Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Life with REB. Little RE budgets happening today. We will be recapping the previous week, which would be the 17th through the 23rd, and doing our look ahead for the 24th through the 30th. Some changes, some spending, lots of things happened, and I feel like there's just something every week. There's just some excuse that I make, and I think this is a testament to this is definitely a ongoing process. This is a learning process for me as well. I am no professional here. This is just my life, my vulnerabilities out there for you all to see, but I am definitely trying to reel some things in and get back on track. So we will go ahead and recap our previous week and go ahead and do our look ahead. So thank y'all for being here. I hope you're having a great day. Today is Tuesday, August 26th. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our recap of expenses from last week. So we had our $107 actually from water. I forgot there's a $3 service fee, so it was originally $104 plus a $3 service fee. Wax pass $222, home warranty $57, alarm went up to $33. So I had $419 of expected expenses coming out from my electronic bills binder. Now, cash expenses, I expected to have gas, $25, and then groceries, $75 for the week. So my projected spending for the previous week was $519, and my actual spending after the Chase checks and other little miscellaneous things throughout the week, I ended up spending $549. So we were a little over our expected expenses last week for sure. So moving on to this week. So Sunday, my dental insurance already came out. That was $12. Nothing on Monday and Tuesday or Wednesday. And then Thursday, I am projected to have my Airbnb, Walmart credit card, September mortgage, and then my check. So a couple things here. Walmart credit card was supposed to be a $28 minimum payment. I decided to just go ahead and pay the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for Thursday. So it's going to be much more than $28. Affirm Airbnb is $73, and then my mortgage is $2,113. So I have all that ready to go for our electronic bills. So let's go ahead and knock that out. So we have our electronic bills binder. So we already know that Wax Pass was already paid and removed. We have a remaining balance of $222. So the thing about this real quick, we have a remaining payment for $222 due next month. However, I still have, I believe, 5 more months of services to use. So that's kind of the beauty of the Wax Pass, is you pay kind of upfront for the bundle, but you still get all the services and the savings. So it's annoying right now, but it's going to be very nice when I don't have to pay $222 in October. I'm going to be very happy because that money can absolutely go towards my planned vacation. Nothing for Home Depot. This is already done. Affirm. So we have $73 for our Affirm Airbnb charge. So again, we're going to pull from our electronic bills. And if you don't already know, just a quick summary, I have cash for my daily spending, my weekly spending, and then also a new addition for my sinking funds binders here. And then I have prop money here to denote what I'm putting towards my electronic bills. So electronic bills binder, prop money, it's all electronic, but to help visualize what I'm doing with the money and how I'm moving it, that's what I'm doing here. So we have 50, 73. So that is for an Airbnb charge from earlier this year. Okay. healthcare gym membership. Our $12 from dental was already in here and removed. It happened on Sunday, so y'all didn't really get to see that. Water, gas, electric. I don't have anything coming up this week, right? No. Okay. USAA credit card. We're still gonna just not talk about that one. Mortgage and home warranty. So that's 21, 13, and 57. So a total of 2170, but the way I broke the bills down were separate. So we'll go ahead and start off with the mortgage. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2,100. Whew, this pains me every month. 2,100, 10, 11, 12, 13. What in the world, you guys? I swear I was just like losing it for a second. I was like, wait, how am I going to pay my home warranty? It was paid last week. Okay, moving on. So we did our mortgage, we did our Affirm, Carnell Sun, Walmart credit card. I ended up paying this card completely off, and like I mentioned, it wasn't very high. It was only $325. So I have 100, 200, 300, 25. So that is scheduled to come out of my account this week and just get me down to a zero balance. So finally. So that's Walmart, my new phone bill, note card, Wi-Fi and alarm, nothing, savings, nothing. You all, this is a new one that I definitely had to bite the bullet on. I know in my introductory budgeting video, I was uncertain where I kind of was with student loans. Lo and behold, I was not in a good spot. This technically would have been the third month. Coming up into September, that would have been the third month that my loans were not paid back. And that could have put me in a forbearance status. And I just don't want anything to affect my credit any more than it already has. And I don't want to lose out on my student loan repayment program money from the military. So I had to go ahead and make a payment to my student loans. And I'm really so sad, but I already did it today. It's already technically out of my account. I think I actually technically did it yesterday, and it's getting charged out of my account today. But 3 months worth of loans, including the upcoming month for September, was only about $605. And yes, I say only because technically that's 3 months worth. So technically it would have been like 201, something like that. So I think that's a lot more manageable. It's not ideal. I know it's like in my brain, it's only a couple $100 more, but that couple $100 is money I'm trying to put to savings and sinking funds. So I'm a little bummed about it, but that's where we are. It's going to be $200 or so moving forward. But I made a $605 payment to kind of catch me back up, so there were no negative marks on my account. My CDR registration maintenance fee, $80. So this technically doesn't have an envelope. Shall I create like an education CPEU envelope? Well, I think I technically have a CPEU one, which is a little different than this maintenance fee, but I think I can just go ahead and, because it's an electronic bill, I'm gonna go ahead and make a note card for here real quick. The CPEUs will be an electronic bill down the line, but for now I'm gonna contribute to it in a cash method, and then I will just go ahead and make that deposit into my account when I need the money for the CPEUs in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of my quote unquote pre-made budget slips. And I'm I'm gonna make sure this is facing the right way. And then let's go ahead and add on here. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this one as RDN fees. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'll go ahead and add this in here. And this will be coming out of my account. I don't know when, but it's going to be paid this week. I will make sure of it, and it is $80. 50, 70, 80. Okay, so that sums up our electronic bills binder, and that is all we have for that. Okay, next we will go ahead and move on to checking off. I don't think I've been checking things off as we've gone along. Let's see how we're doing for August. Grab my erasable pen. So we'll go over here and mark down what we're going to pay this month as well. Home warranty was paid. Mortgage has not been paid yet, but it is scheduled to be paid. Wax Pass was paid. Hair appointments, none. Self-care, I got my nails done way early this month. I really need a massage still, you guys. Like, my neck is messed up and in pain every time I go to sleep and wake up. Alarm is paid, $33. Portion of healthcare was paid. Was my health insurance paid earlier this month? It was already paid on the 1st, on Friday. So now I can go ahead and check this entire guy off for $65. Phone bill. Airbnb was paid. Actually, did it get paid yet? Nope, it's coming up on the 28th. Slow your roll. Credit card payment is also not gonna technically be paid yet, and also it was a complete debt pay down. So we'll wait on these figures, and we'll wait on these figures. And where was I over here? I'm done eating out for the rest of the month. My budget is already in the negative, you guys. I'm so annoyed with myself for overspending in this category again. I was doing so well, and then before you know it, a couple of unplanned extended periods of being out, it's so easy to just, all right, I have to spend this money. I think I'm doing really well on gas, actually. I think I still have some leftover money for gas. We'll see how we're looking for the end of the month. And now I can check off that this is getting paid this week, and therefore this whole guy will be done. Well, actually, I'm sorry, that was paid last week. My apologies. Paid last week, so you can now add these up. 8 and 107. Can y'all see? $520. So an extra, what is that? 180? 170. An extra $170 spent on utilities this month and was projected. Hygiene and household, I should be done, but you never know. So I'll tally that up at the end. There won't be any interest on purchases because I paid my credit card completely off. So there won't be any for August, but I believe they'll be tacked on to September. And this maintenance fee is going to be paid at some point as well. I can go ahead and add in here my income. Honey sent his money, and then second check, haven't received it yet. But I did get my second RDN check, I should say. That I did get my second drill check, or my military check, and that was $686. So this is my rollover debit card balance and rollover cash, and like I said, just kind of contribute to my sinking funds or my savings whenever I can. But I'm just realizing there's another category I could probably create for vacation, because that's going to be here before I know it in October. And then I'm going to be looking like, where's the money? How do I budget this? What are we doing? So I'm going to try to prepare a little bit more for that for September. So we'll see how that looks. So that is this August weekly snapshot. So now we're going to go ahead and budget our cash for the rest of the week, as well as our sinking funds amounts. So let's go ahead and dive in. to what we have going on here. So as I mentioned, I have no more money left for groceries. To be quite frank with you, let's see where we're at for groceries. I'm sure the last time you saw this list, it was literally like up here. You see how much spending there was? This ridiculous. Anyway, I am now technically negative $73 for my grocery budget at the end of the month. Now, does this mean that I am going to not buy groceries the first week of September? I do have to be realistic with it. I overspent. Like I said, there was minimal unexpected spending. This is also just a matter of me overspending and kind of doing more than what I needed to do, especially when I'm in a savings period of my life right now. So I can say the additional spending took place at Dunkin' Donuts. I ended up getting a little breakfast for myself, and then I also bought some munchkins for my coworkers. I can't eat their donuts because obviously they're not vegan, but they're always buying me treats and bringing in like vegan treats and cookies and granola bars and stuff like that for me that I can eat. So I'm like, it's time I repay the favor. So I picked them up some munchkins. And then I spent $11 at the dealership. Again, we knew it was going to be a long day shopping for a car and doing all of that, but we did not pack and plan food accordingly. We were hoping things were going to wrap up like an hour, hour and a half sooner than they did, but stuff just takes time, and that's okay. The spending at Potbelly for honey, that was unexpected. For one, I intentionally leave his cards at home so we're not tempted to use them, especially when he's entrusted them to me, so it's like I don't want to be the one who loses your cards or anything like that, so I just keep them tucked away at home. And so by the time we finished our date night, it was just like a long drive out to the activity we were doing, and it just took us over an hour to get there, and then the activity itself was an hour, and then we had another hour drive back home, and it just wasn't going to be realistic to not get something on the way home instead of having to come home and cook something, and he didn't have any more food meal prepped. Again, planning and preparation, we did not do enough of it. We were just trying to get stuff done on Saturday. It was just too many moving parts and we were not on top of it. I'll just put it like that. I'm negative 73 moving into September. Very sad, I know. Anyway, for gas this week, I am getting $24. My tank is literally like on less than an eighth, so I will have to get gas for sure. I was trying to hold off so I can film this for you, but 24. I will be getting gas either on my way to work in the morning or on my lunch break because I hate stopping on the way home. It's just like I cannot make any stops on the way home. I just need to go home and get ready for bed. Okay, so that was groceries, that was gas, miscellaneous, none. I don't think I'm gonna get that massage this month, but I do need to call and book someone. I was considering taking a half day on Friday to have an extended weekend, maybe a full day on Friday, and then maybe I'll come back and surprise y'all if I got anything else done here. But technically, I'm doing well on my hair and self-care budget and have $222 extra dollars, but I really need to distribute that to the categories that I overspent. And I guess it just will work out better that way. Okay, so that was my weekly spending. That's all I have this week is basically the gas station. Awful, I know. Next, we have our high priority sinking funds. So I'm going to take this little card out as a reminder for what my payments are. I'm going to put that here to the side and go ahead and start off with the dentist is getting $103. So 100, 1, 2, 3. Sister Locks training is getting $84. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. Christmas, $20. Taxes, $8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, I'm hoping that I won't owe and my withholdings are appropriate, but new job, and I just want to make sure I'm trying to get ahead of some things somewhat. Wedding, $33, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all we have for high priority sinking funds. Next, low priority sinking funds, which I guess I found a little money to found. I say found loosely because it all hurts leaving. It all hurts leaving. Low priority. Oh shoot, forgot to put this back. I knew I was going to forget something. Let's go ahead and throw this back in there real quick. Okay, and low priority. I did add lottery on here, $10 a check. My dad recommended that I do this after watching my videos. He was like, you need a lottery fund. It doesn't matter if you play for the next 3 years and you never win anything, but within that 4th year, you're bound to win something. You just never know. And I was like, I guess, I mean, of all the times I've blown my money on stuff, I guess I can contribute to the lottery like a lot of people in America. Like, is $20 a month going to hurt me that much? No. And also, there might be a huge return on my investment at some point. So we'll see. So CDR maintenance fee, so we're not getting caught by an unexpected expense of $80. I'm going to put in $3. So that way next year, this will be all ready to go. Okay, CPEUs, $10. 5, 10. And this will be, like I mentioned, for my remaining like 10 credits that I need to get sometime between now and next May. Home repair deductible, $5. Hopefully I won't have to get anything repaired, but I might. Emergency fund, $134. 120, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, $134. Wardrobe, $29. And I think this should be our last one. 5, 10, 15, 20. Wardrobe is 20. Oh, it's 29. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. For some reason, I don't know why I thought 29 was not going to have a 5. Okay, and that is wardrobe. So that is it for our low priority. Let me not forget this. But again, I put wardrobe on there for low priority, but I truly, you guys, like the clothes that I just thrifted, literally like last month maybe with my good friend when we went thrifting and shopping. I don't know what it is, but like I tried the clothes on in the thrift store wearing like not compression shorts, but like workout shorts, like form-fitting shorts, so I can get an idea of how something will fit. And if it fits comfortably over those shorts, I assume that when I take things home to wash and then wear them after that, it'll fit comfortably once something is washed. But no, it's honestly so many of the bottoms and the clothes that I bought recently from the thrift store, they are already snug again, and I will be redonating them and sizing up because it's so uncomfortable wearing tight clothes. The work pants that I have, they are also quite snug. I don't think they're gonna last much longer. So yeah, that I'm saying that's a low priority thing, but I really honestly do need to be getting new bottoms and clothes soon, especially with fall coming in. All of my like jeans don't fit, my work pants don't fit. I just need like new bottoms that are comfortable and fit. Okay, last thing here, we have our coin collection. Did not have much in the way of change this week, just 52 cents it looks like. But that's done. And lastly, I just want to talk really briefly because I don't have a spread for this per se, but essentially, like I mentioned earlier in the video, Honey has allowed me to start handling his finances and kind of allocating his spending money for the week. For gas and for groceries and eating out and that sort of thing, and then kind of maintaining his electronic bills. He still pays the bills electronically. I believe some things are still on auto pay, but I did go ahead and create him a monthly expense tracker in our reminders list, and it's a shared list. I have one for myself for all of my recurring monthly bills, and then I made one for him for his recurring monthly bills and any remaining debts that he has and that sort of thing. So I shared that list with him, and we will pretty much be kind of checking back in when we do our monthly budget finance check-in, and we kind of do like a finance and relationship check-in every month at the beginning of the month. So we'll probably actually have one this weekend, but just to make sure like we understand how things are working, what's getting paid down, what's getting taken care of, what new additions are added, such as this car note, which is a new expense that I actually did already catch up on and add onto the monthly expense tracker. But yes, just a way so we can have kind of checks and balances and make sure that we're both doing the things that we said we're going to do. I also just want to be mindful that these have happened like in moments where I fail to plan. And if I fail to plan, I plan to fail. I think that's a quote from some famous movie or something. But truly, if you do not prepare for things, why do you expect a miracle to happen? I don't know why I did either. Trust me. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this 17th through 23rd recap and 24th through 30th look ahead. We will see y'all next week. Have a great day.